the fog-veiled valley of Erathan, a single mansion stood untouched by time, the House of Vereen. Its walls were draped with ivy, its corridors filled with whispers of those who had once dared to touch the family as most sacred treasure, the heirloom that wept when touched. It was said to be a locket forged by the goddess Anera, who wept tears of silver when her mortal lover died in war. Those tears, collected and bound by divine sorrow, became the heart of the heirloom. The first Vereen ancestor had found it upon the battlefield and brought it home, believing it to be a blessing. But blessings born of grief rarely remain pure. Generations later, young Alara Vereen inherited the mansion after her father's sudden death. She was warned, as every Vereen child had been, "Do not touch the heirloom unless your heart is free of want." Yet grief gnawed at her. She wanted answers, to know why her father spoke to the locket on sleepless nights, why his eyes always looked haunted afterward. One storm-heavy night, Alara opened the glass case. The locket shimmered faintly, as though something inside it moved. When her fingers brushed the cold metal, it began to weep. Soft silver tears spilled from its seams, whispering her name. The mansion's lamps flickered. She saw visions, generations of her family, each drawn to the same object, each undone by their desires. One who sought love, another power, another immortality. Each had been granted what they craved, but at a cost that shattered their souls. The locket whispered, "Offer your pain, and I shall bring him back." Alara fell to her knees. The temptation coiled around her heart like a serpent. Her father's face flickered in the tears, smiling sadly. Then she understood. The heirloom did not grant miracles. It fed on them. Every tear it shed was a piece of sorrow stolen from a Vereen, until there was nothing left of who they were. With trembling hands, she placed the locket back into the case. "No more," she whispered. "We've wept enough." The locket shimmered one final time, and for the first time in centuries it was silent. The next morning, Alara buried it beneath the oldest oak in the valley, where her ancestors rested. The earth drank its silver tears, sealing the curse beneath roots of forgiveness. When she walked away, she felt lighter, as though generations of grief had finally loosened their grip. Some inheritances are not meant to be kept, especially those born of pain. The weight of sorrow passed through generations can only be lifted when someone chooses healing over history and peace over possession.